Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring to you today's collective reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, collective, welcome. Now, I wanted to talk today about perspective. I actually have it on my notes here. And the main energy you have here is perspective. So some of you are shifting your belief system. A lot of you are seeing things from a brand new viewpoint, and you are getting out of your own way, right? You're getting out of your own way. And sometimes we get caught up in that mental muckery, the Eight of Swords energy, my mental muckery card, right? It's replaying something of the past over and over, right? The conversation, what that person said, how an event went down, and we replay it over and over. And the feelings affiliated with it a lot of times are very challenging, right? And that can prompt us to take action, which limits us. Maybe some of those feelings are depression. Maybe they're nostalgia. Maybe they're sorrow, their grief, their loss. And I feel for some of you, you are seeing things from a new point of view. There could be a silver lining showing up here for you, collective. There was a situation that you grew from, that you learned from. And instead of telling yourself, here it is, instead of telling yourself that you don't have control over this, you really do. And we have the strength showing up here, which is my Leo energy, right? This is perseverance. It's stronger than you think, and it's overcoming those obstacles. And it's also fitness of the mind, because our mind is like a muscle. We have to condition it daily. Otherwise, it takes over. And it can spiral us backwards. It can cause us to go further and further within, a hole that we don't want to be in, right? And sometimes we dig that hole for ourselves. We self-sabotage, or we tell ourselves after a breakup that, we're unlovable, or we're never going to find love again. And it instills a feeling of maybe depression, right? And we decide not to leave the home, not to leave the house. Therefore, the action taken is limiting us from potential new love. And so what you're doing now is you've healed. I'm getting healing showing up here. Oh, there it is. Self-love. I mean, if that's not healing, and it even says the word healing itself, but I'm getting a strong Four of Swords. But you've been doing the work. You've healed from some situations that have been very difficult. But now you are training that beautiful mind of yours. And I also see you're telling a new story. This could go for, your body. You have the body talk here, and we have two cards of self-love and loving oneself, as well as mental health. And that's what we're talking about today. Now, bottom of the deck, we have trust. This is your advice. This is possibly something that we don't always do. It's at the bottom of the deck, so we don't always see it, right? But this is about you taking a leap of faith. What if you told yourself a new story? What if that story was powerful enough, collective, to change your reality, right? And I feel for some of you, there's been such dishonesty, secrets, right? Perhaps infidelity, maybe commitments that were broken. This can be misplaced loyalties. When trust has been severed, specifically by the people that you never thought would ever challenge your trust, right? Family, loved ones, people that are supposed to take care of you always, your parents. This could be a best friend, a lover, children. I feel like you are taking internal, like an evaluation of what's really going on within here. And you're saying, yes, there were things that were out of my control, right? The death of a loved one. It can be natural disasters. It can be a company going under. It can be anything, right? But then there are things that we influence. We can influence a relationship by maybe walking into a room and we decide to give someone a big old hug, right? That can influence the situation. How that person responds is out of our control. We don't know if they're going to hug us back or maybe they're going to slap us, right? And then there are things that are within our control, and that is how you perceive things. It's how you think about them through the lens in which we see and perceive our reality. And that's what you're changing here. So let's dive in, because the two biggest themes here quite literally are perspective and strength. So it takes work, right? It does. It takes work to retrain the mind. But the beautiful thing is just like it takes work to exercise a new muscle, right, that you haven't used, or maybe you're going to the gym and lifting, or you are wanting to get healthier in some way, shape, or form. It requires repetition. It requires consistency, and you to choose each and every day that that is a priority for you. And so determination, willpower in itself. And I feel like you have it here with the strength. You have a big push at this time to focus on a new story. So I am getting here for some of you, we're going to use this deck today. I am getting for some of you, there's a gift coming in. The gift could be in the form of the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is a new beginning for you in the material world. It could be a new home. It could be a new job. This can also be unlimited potential once you're able to view something from a new way. Now you do have the Queen of Cups showing up, and the Queen of Cups, it's showing up in reverse. So she is sick and tired of pouring her energy into things that don't fulfill her emotionally, right? You can see that cup being poured out, and she has a bit of a almost like a zombie type of look on her face there. So some of you may have just started doing something on default, because that's what our brain teaches us, right? Until we give it a new command, it continues to do what we've taught it, right? And it can fall into that default mode unless we start to tell it a new story each and every day. So some of you started even doing something subconsciously, and it's like, how did I get here? 10 years later, I'm still in this relationship that doesn't fulfill me emotionally, or I'm still in this job, or I'm not giving 100% of me, or this is taking or draining my energy. For some of you, I mean, this could of course be another person, but I am getting some singular energy here. So for a lot of you, this is simply you choosing to focus elsewhere on things that fulfill you, things that bring that self-love within you to a peak, right? Holding yourself a little tighter, loving yourself a little harder. You have self-love and body talk here, collective. It is about body image, right? Body image, acceptance. It can be taking care of yourself, the foods that you put into your body, what you drink, the people you hang around with, the people that influence you and that you influence as well. I'm also getting the books that you read, what you watch on television, right? There's a lot of influences, but some of you are choosing to focus on the things that really stimulate you and stimulate your mind is what I'm picking up on, because a new stimulation of the mind is going to bring you to a new emotional response to a situation. And I feel like you have some new ideas that are coming up here. Spirit, can we please dig in a little bit more to the Queen of Cups? Because Queen of Cups, if she's not feeling fulfilled, right, she can really get over emotional. She can let some deep emotions such as grief and sorrow and depression and anxiety and low self-worth and things of that nature, she can start to feel that way and not even know how to get out of it at times. But she's reclaiming her power, because Queen of Cups, when she's full of, filling her cup with things that really emotionally satisfy her, she's someone who is excellent at giving great advice. She gives big, juicy hugs. She is someone who's compassionate and a healer, right? She could be a psychic, a tarot reader. She can be in the caring profession. Some of you may be nurses or caregivers and you're exhausted. You're drained. Some of you may even be stay-at-home parents, or you take care of children plus your 9 to 5 or your business, and you're just wore out. And you may be saying, well, Mel, I have these responsibilities. There's not a lot of time here. What can I do to shift the perspective so I don't feel so worn out? Well, they're highlighting going back to this self-love piece, and make sure that you are still nurturing yourself, because it's time to give yourself some of that love and attention that you so readily give to others. Okay. That's first and foremost. And if you're able to rest and retreat, so some of you do have either some time off coming up. This could be resting if you're able to at work. Let's say you have a lunch break and you just want to relax, but perhaps on your lunch break, you're trying to eat and just, settle down for a half hour or an hour, but yet you have people coming in and out of the office. Maybe healthy boundaries are needed here, or you just put up a sign, do not disturb, and then take a nap for an hour. Whatever it is for you, it's important that you set some boundaries here, collective. I do see that there's a timeout, and I feel within the next 30 days. Now, these readings are timeless, even though we have some strong Leo energy here. This is some time out to play, to rest, to focus on maybe fun, or focus on, maybe just laying in a hammock and reading a good book, or putting your feet in the water. Could be going boating. It could be going on a spiritual retreat. This is relaxing and finding that peaceful place to just be. And I see that some of you, even in the midst of some sort of peaceful place where you want to just be, there are distractions or interruptions. So try to do what you can to omit them, even if it means asking, a loved one, can you take care of the kids while I take a peaceful bath for, 30 minutes or an hour, whatever it is here, because some of you are not shutting that nurturing caregiver side of yourself off to take care of you. And it's bringing a feeling of drained energy. I'm also getting some of you are dealing with people with low self-confidence, or they're projecting their own insecurities towards you. They may shame you in some way, shape, or form. This could be through underhanded comments, right? Oh, that shirt looks really great on you, but it's super filthy. You probably should have washed it first. So I feel like there could be someone who, they feel, maybe they don't even know better. They feel like they're saying something nice, but really it's followed up by something negative. So it kind of, defeats the whole purpose of a comment. And if anything, makes you feel worse. So just be mindful of energy vampires or people like that. You may want to just love from a distance, or maybe it's time to set a healthy boundary with that person. All right. What else do we have here for the Queen of Cups? What else can the Queen of Cups do? Female or male, it doesn't matter. It's the energy here of receiving, receptivity. So let's look. What can you do? What can the collective do here to shift perspectives? The Empress. There it is. That is really stepping into this energy of, abundance and love for all things. And the Empress knows that it's important for her to take care of her own health. Right? It's very important to take care of her own health, because if she doesn't, whatever she's growing and creating, a lot of times the Empress will have, a swollen belly. She's pregnant with life, with ideas, with her creative endeavors, whatever it is that she's trying to grow. She knows that it requires attention and love, but there's a piece of her that's in it. So by taking care of this energy, it also takes care of her. I hope that makes sense. Now, the Empress is the most abundant energy, and it is Libra and Taurus, right? But it's growth, it's fertility, and very maternal. So there could be something about you healing from potentially a divine feminine in your life. Okay, this could be mother wounds. For some of you, you may be a mother. I also see for those of you who've had struggles with maybe infertility, this could be endometriosis. It could be cyst on the ovaries. It could even be hysterectomy. Some of you have dealt with sacral chakra. For you females out there, male energy, sacral chakra can be 2 inches below your navel. It can be the sex organs. It can even stem into your lower back region. But I feel for you, health is going to pick up here. You may even receive new people on your team. Okay, so your professional team here, this could be help. I'm getting community with the rest and retreat. Some of you may have even had a surgery, or maybe you've just given birth, or there was low vitality. Some of you had struggled maybe with anxiety or depression of some sort. You were seeking a healer or a therapist, but I do see a lot of growth here because your first card out, or one of them, is Ascension. This is soul advancement. You've really come a long way. You've come a long way on your journey. You have grown in ways that you don't even realize how far you've come. For some of you, you've also worked through some generational trauma. You've even stopped some things in their tracks by choosing a new reality for you, for your family, that was done repetitively in the past over and over and over. And you chose to be the catalyst or the odd man out, where you decided to break away from something, and by doing so, I feel like you've inspired a lot of others to do the same. And you may even work in the professional field where you inspire others, you heal others in some way, shape, or form. But this is about having a sense of awareness. Now, when this Queen of Cups, she is intuitive. Oh, yes, she is. She is highly intuitive, but sometimes when she is bogged down by life's burdens and life's responsibilities, and she's putting everyone else's needs in front of her own, she can feel tired and depleted, of course, but sometimes she's not able to readily access her intuition because she's just tired, right? And there's this heaviness that looms over. Some of you may be nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself through massage. I'm getting something here with hands, so maybe you're getting nails, a pedicure, manicure, facial. I mean, male or female, again, men take care of themselves as well. And I feel like you're doing something for you, and that's going to give you a new perspective on a situation here. Now, some of you may have been struggling financially to create income or money doing what you love. I want to talk about that here for a second because that's also showing up with the perspective and the abundance energy here. So what do we have for that? 7 of Cups. Yeah. Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to try new things. 7 of Cups is about, choices. It is about options. And I feel for some of you, there are additional options with the 7 of Cups. So 2 messages coming in here. If you are in a position and you're just focusing on one way of doing things or one income source, if you're a business owner, there may be growth here or expansion or additional opportunities that Spirit is saying, can you look at it from a new way? Or maybe it's time to focus on a new cup because something has been dumped out here, right? With the Queen of Cups, you see it being dumped out, and I feel like you're ready to choose a new cup, a new path forward. And some of you, you're not giving yourself enough credit, or maybe you're focusing on a specific title, right? Maybe senior manager or head CEO. I'm just throwing out some labels, and maybe that's what you are. I'm getting strategic or strategist. Okay, strategist. Thank you, Spirit. Something with a planner as well. Maybe some of you are planning to make a move, but I also see you choosing a new path, and it may include a new title or a new role than what you are used to. Spirit, what's the Seven of Cups here with the choices? Strength again. So we're seeing August being a significant month here, or Leo season being significant, but it's also reminding you that you're stronger than you think you are. Some of you may feel like you don't have the skills to apply for a position or to go off and start your own business or whatever it may be. And Spirit is saying, but yes, you do. Don't let yourself sabotage by talking you out of it, because there are new skills. I see some of you taking additional training courses or classes. This could be a certification, or you will learn as you go as well. So it's not like you are showing up saying, I have a master's degree, but you didn't even, you didn't graduate from high school. I don't feel like it's that type of energy. I just feel like some of you may not have received that offer, right? You may not have received it, but I feel like there's a message or there's incoming communication. Look at what we have at the bottom of the deck. You have the Sun, another major for Leo, right? And we're in Leo season. Again, these are timeless, but if you're watching it after Leo season, you're going to want to see that maybe you did overcome something, because the ascension here is rising above, rising above. This could even be a relationship in your life. If this isn't career, some of you are deciding to choose you, focus on you, because you haven't felt very motivated, or you haven't had a lot of vitality potentially. Maybe even the rug got pulled out from underneath you in some way, shape, or form. Let's see. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Look at that. Oof. Someone was not happy here. Someone may have cut out this energy and said, oh, enough is enough. But I feel like there is sunshine at the end of this. Let's get a timing card. Spirit, even though we see a lot of Leo energy, can we get an insight into maybe when something occurred, when it's going to occur? What do we need to know about timing? January. Go back to January of 2024 and see what was going on in your life at that time, because I feel even the last, 8 months have been very, very pivotal for you. And I feel by January of 2025, and even right now, there's something that is coming full circle, something that is coming to fruition here. Some of you may have been going through, a struggle, an ending. I'm getting an ending, bringing in a new beginning. But I feel like something is completely turning a new leaf by January of 2025 for you. But it may have been difficult. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time, okay? It's going to take a little bit of time to heal, or to shift this perspective here that you have, or to open up, because some of you with that Queen of Swords that I seen in reverse, oofta, something was cut off quickly. And it's not the right time right this second for, what is it? What is not the right time? What is not showing up right here, right now? Because we have the strength and we need to shift our perspective before, that reality shifts. And I still see you in the midst of it. But there's some downtime. We do see some downtime occurring here. We see mental health, exercise. Spirit, what is not the right time for collective right now? Six of Cups. Six of Cups in reverse is saying, there's still nostalgia. Some of you, this is about a second chance or wanting to connect with an energy of the past. Spirit saying no, right? No, not now. Now is not the right time, because the energy going into something would be a backfire. It's like it would backfire. It would blow up in a face. Like it wouldn't be good with the Six of Cups, because some of you may be contemplating going back to a situation, and Spirit is saying no. Right? I feel like it's not the time. Don't do that. You're meant to move in a new direction. It's going to take probably until January of 2025 for this to come full circle. Okay. But I see, 6 months. So maybe the next 6 months here. What else do we have here? Spirit, can we get a little insight into between now and January? what steps that the collective can do. Okay, thank you. The world. Yeah, you're in the process here of wrapping up a cycle between you and another energy that maybe you've separated from. Okay, you have the Two of Cups that did show up in reverse, and the World. The World is upright though. There's the ending. There's the completion. That can be a year cycle. And we're talking about January 2024 to January 2025. And that's precisely the year, the World. Some of you, this is meeting a new lover. Okay. You may be separated from someone and maybe there's been a sense of loneliness or romanticizing the past, or even because of some sort of difficult maybe childhood or children are involved here in some way, shape, or form. I feel like it's taking a little bit more time, okay? For those of you, if this is a work situation, maybe this is retirement. You want to retire. I feel like you could wait until January or wait until next year. I feel like there's a new opportunity for you to truly align with something that fulfills your heart in a big way. Two of Cups. Look at all this cup energy we have. Seven of Cups, strength, Queen of Cups. If this is career, you may be doing what you're doing now to pay the bills, to focus on nurturing that life that you're creating with the Empress here, because it's available to you. Collective, it's available, right? Think of that child in the womb and the mother caring and giving it love for 9 months and waiting for it to come to fruition with the World. So there's something you are working on. I mean, this could be a book. It could be a project, a business, attracting love. It could be a divorce. It could be anything in your life, of course, but it does require your consistency. It requires you to stay mentally on top of this, right? To choose each and every day to program that mind. You are stronger than you think. I'm also getting health. Okay. Yeah. For some of you, there could be a health retreat. I'm getting wellness, detoxification. Some of you may even undergo a surgery between now and the next 6 months, or between now and January. Spirit, why is health coming in? Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. I didn't even have to shuffle. And this regarding health can be health changes. And for some of you, you maybe suffered from autoimmune, depression, anxiety, the strength energy, Leo. There could be something that you're changing perspective on now because it may be showing up for you maybe in the month of August, and you're going to do something differently. Maybe you're going to say this month, I really want to stop drinking or cut out sugars or eat healthier or incorporate a new wellness practice. Maybe it's yoga, and you're going to see how much your life has changed, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Choosing a routine, right? It's the small changes that lead to big differences. And I'm just getting such a strong vibration about January of 2025 here. Spirit, can we get a little sneak peek into this? It was the sun, basically. We've seen that sun, but let's get a little bit more insight. Eight of Swords, you're coming out of that. And that's what that perspective was. Remember I said, being able to tell ourselves a new story, getting out of the old mental entrapment. The Eight of Swords is letting go. It is about moving towards freedom. It's release. It's healing, right? Some of you felt handicapped in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you were even tethered or tied down by requirements, by legal situations. It could be a non-disclosure. It could have been, or it could be, a marriage. It may be, anything, of course, but the mind is the biggest piece. And that's why you have perspective. What else do we have here? You have the Emperor. So now we have the Empress and the Emperor showing up with the Page of Swords. There is a divine counterpart that you're dealing with, or that you are calling in or attracting. May even have children with this person, or perhaps you do meet someone with a child, but there's going to be some sort of news message. Yeah. It could be a boss as well. Some of you may have went into business with a lover or with a partner, and I see a business maybe even coming out of a situation that was difficult, okay? Or maybe you and a partner had dealt with something difficult. You're coming out of it though. I mean, that's why you have the World here. Let's get some final messages. Spirit, what else do we have? Final messages for the collective. I want to take a look at this ascension and see how you've grown. And they said, look at the bottom and you have the Hermit. So you have done reflecting. You've done a lot of soul searching. You've gone within. You may have even had a few spiritual awakenings, collective. But let's clarify ascension and advancement here. Soul advancement. What does this look like for the collective? Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on towards calmer waters. Some of you are escaping out of a situation that may have been toxic, maybe even abusive. It could have been, I'm getting personality disorder. Some of you are dealing with someone, or you yourself may have had some heavy thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting heavy thoughts, or I'm getting like two sides here. So, I mean, maybe you're dealing with a Gemini, or perhaps collective, you are Gemini, or there's two sides. I mean, this can be split personality, or just feeling like here I am on this side and then I'm over here within the mind. Take that as it resonates. But you're coming out of it. You've grown. Yeah, you've grown. What else do we have for ascension? Six of Swords. Nine of Swords. It's showing up in reverse, which is releasing that anxiety. You've completed this cycle. You're moving on. So whatever this is that you've gone through, because when you think of the Five of Swords, that's what they're running from. Five of Swords is difficult. It is poor sportsmanship, bullying, coercion. It can be deceit, someone who wins at all cost. It can be resentment and bitterness. It can be guilt. It can be conflict. It's basically knowing when to leave a situation because it is toxic, right? It's very mentally toxic, and sometimes it can be gaslighting and it can be abusive within the mind, but you're coming out of it here. And you are realizing now you're seeing things from a different viewpoint. And I feel like there's a lot of gratitude. There's a lot of gratitude here for what you now know. And even though this situation may have been difficult, I feel like you are grateful that it happened in some way, shape, or form. Some of you are like, Mel, I'm not grateful it happened. That was awful. I never want to go back there. But you freed yourself from it. You freed yourself from it. And if this is a health issue, I do see some sort of recovery coming in, even if it takes a little bit here. All great things take time. So trust, right? Trust. That's what we have here showing up. This is leap of faith, honesty, getting honest with yourself. Some of you, there was family secrets. Ooh, I'm going to just take a look at that. My throat feels very constricted. It almost feels cut with knives in a way. Ooh, there may have been something you heard, something that you said, and it cut like 1,000 little knives, right? Let's take a look. Spirit, why do I feel secrets? And is this something that's already come up? What are the secrets? Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Maybe around a work situation, someone may have been hiding money, sneaking money, stealing money. This could be health. I'm getting with both the Pentacles. I mean, Pentacles are finances, material gains and loss. It can be the body, health issues. Someone may have even been juggling someone else, okay? Two of Pentacles can be juggling another person. I also see if this is career, it's almost as if you thought you were going to go in one direction. Remember that back energy, back and forth I was picking up on? It's almost as if you thought you were going to be made a priority over here, or you thought there was growth or room for expansion, but you were made redundant, or you were almost admonished for something, or you were bullied or coerced into thinking this way, but it wasn't the truth. You're coming out of that. Okay. I don't love secrets. I mean, secrets are never good. I feel like they always come out in the end. So it's best that we're just honest and upfront, even if it hurts, right? And last but not least, let's take a look at R&R, recovery. That's the big word coming out. What do we have for recovery? Because we have great cards. We do have the World. We do have the Empress. And we have the Four of Wands. This is stability here. Beautiful. And bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot showing up. So for some of you, this could be twin flame, right? It's 1111. It is special occasions. It is the card of celebration. And you see that there's a mirror, and it's almost as if there's a portal to a new reality, which is perspective, right? One that is stable. If you think of a table, tables typically have four, a rectangular or a square table has four legs, right? What happens when one of those legs are missing? It's going to be uneven. It's going to flop to the side. Everything's going to come off it, right? And some of you are dealing with a third leg. Okay, that sounds funny. Some of you are dealing maybe third party energy of some sort, but I feel like something is coming into your life that brings balance back to something that was imbalanced in some way, shape, or form. And there is a new opportunity here. It's almost as if her arm is reaching out saying, here's a new reality. Fours are about structure. They're about planning. It's about foundation. And Four of Wands is also about awards and graduating. This could be a new home. This could be, marriage. It can be communal energy where other people come in to help you out in some way, shape, or form. But I definitely see a new portal towards a new reality. And for some of you, it's physical, right? It could be a physical place that you go to. It could be a new move. It could be a new home. It could be a new relationship, a new job. It's something physical that you are stepping into here. And I feel a lot more abundant, stable, and happy. So that is what I have for you, collective. Let's get a final message here from this deck and see what you need to know. Dance. Live in the moment. Turn on your favorite song and move your body just for you. Music can shift our vibration and raise our energy. Allow your body to feel young and free and watch your energy shift. Turn on your favorite song and dance. Dance until your heart's content. Mantra, I feel freedom by shifting my reality with dance and music. So some of you, there could even be a marriage that you dance at, right? Maybe you go to a wedding. Maybe it's your own wedding. Maybe some of you are engaged by next January. I feel for some of you as well, this has to do with possibly music festivals. It can be some of you regaining a sense of vitality. If you haven't been able to dance for whatever reason, maybe you've had a hip replacement or you felt low on vitality, or maybe you used to love dancing 20 years ago. I feel like there is a shift taking place here. And even if it's slow, I feel like it's going to be steady and stable for you in the near future. That is what I have for you, collective. I'm also getting someone that has a name where the R's, it could be the R's are rolled, right? Roberto, or you're dealing with, or it's your name, and I would try to roll the R here, but it would sound like I was gargling with Jello. You don't want to hear that. I'm not a good roller of letters. So someone has a name that requires a little bit of that type of energy. See, I told you, Jello. That's what I have for you, collective. If it resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so very much for tuning in. Lots of love.